Okay, I left in a few too many stoned theories on the Book of Revelation here. You guys know what to expect at this point. Let's do this shit. Check. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't hear me.
Man, I wish I could help you from here. I don't.
No, Leif, help me.
I do have like the best sound guy in the world sitting behind me, but
yeah,
okay.
Who's that?
Yeah,
it's just super frustrating. That's all.
It's super.
All right, whatever. I'm a professional. I'll overcome it. But I guess I don't. Oh, I guess I don't need both of these, right? I just need one.
You could just do one, right?
Not that one.
Just be comfy. Be comfy. You know, we want you restored.
Whatever. It's fucking bullshit. God, fuck you, God. Fuck you and your fucking
strong
tiny
words
dick,
right off the bat.
Giant fucking tires on your maxi truck ass.
It's gonna suck if he's actually really cool, right? Like if he's like basically Brad Pitt. Like everyone just fucked up the stories about him, you know. He's like, nah, man, yeah, I was late. I was keeping you all safe from this intergalactic demon that like eats galaxies, and it just took longer than I thought. Yeah, bitch.
Like a gangster. I'm probably not allowed to say that, am I?
You're pretty gangster.
Well, we'll see.
You got some OG cred.
Oh, Jesus, I got no cred whatsoever. Who can do you want to talk about the elephant in the room?
Oh, my buddy Oz behind me?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I'm supposed to know that.
He's a strong dude. He's a big strong dude. Yeah, dude, he's like
Security?
No, he's the best front of house guy in the fucking world.
Okay.
Well, one of them. There's a couple other ones that are pretty badass, but he's definitely so he plays actually for this band. They're called the Cadillac Three. They're fucking awesome. Have you ever heard of this?
Maybe.
They're like, so this guy, Jaron Johnston, he's like...
Jaron, yeah, sure.
He's, fucking rock, like, he's got like 16 number one hits. Yeah, he's...
Where? 16?
Yeah.
Can we get a confirmation? Turn around and say, does he have 16 number one hits?
Yeah, he's got,
Does he have 16?
Does
Jaron?
16 number one hits? I believe so. Says he believes so. He's a Nashville guy, writes for like Luke Bryant. Like fucking Oz was FaceTiming with fucking Keith Urban the other night.
Really?
Yeah.
Was Nicole there? Was Nicole there?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling his story, but like, that's
Oz get Nicole on our podcast. Hey, why don't you? I know he's a big dude. Do you think he gets his phone from him?
Yeah, they played Adventure, so like we went and hung out. They're great. They're like the nice, like
you went and hung out with Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman.
No, the Cadillac Three. The band he works for. He does for. I've actually played for him a couple of times at some country festivals. And every time. Jaron and me are actually wearing the same outfit whenever I show. Like we did this radio interview, and all the bands were there. You know, we sit down. It was rough, man. And like he's like a goddamn fucking.
He's him.
He hangs out with like Steven Tyler and shit, And I'm like, I just like to play guitar fast, you know. Yeah, so it's kind of like wearing the same outfit as The Rock to something, like you. Like it was some rough times. Yeah, but they're like this killer 3-piece, no tracks. They just fucking shred, like country rock Americana. Actually, it really come to find out after hanging out with them, such a cool story too. They were they've been going for like 15 years, and they've been on they were on Warner Brothers. They were this rock band called American Bang. Then they were like Cadillac Three, and it's these three dudes. When you go see them live, it's like it's a fucking rock show. It's so badass.
Are they coming up here?
Yeah, actually, I bet they are.
Oh man, bitch, where are you?
While you're looking this up, so Oz and I, when we would do gigs together, we would always eat like 500 milligrams of weed right before showtime.
Yeah. What band did he run sound for you?
He did a bunch of rock-a-roki gigs, and
Oh, okay.
then he does like he did Agility and like the Showbox.
Is that a band?
So Agility's like a sound company in Seattle. And then he worked for a lot of the big rooms, like doing sound there, and then he did a lot of the festivals too. So we played the country band played this thing called The Wolf, like what is it? Hometown Throwdown. It's like this radio, like kind of like Enfest or something.
Okay.
And he runs that stage too. Yeah, but
Awesome. Just visiting, or he's in down with the Cadillac 3.
He came down, and they're flying back. They're coming out. You know, they have a different routing, but he's gonna stay here just to chill with me for a couple of days, hang out. We just ate a bunch of weed yesterday too.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great. Talk about fucking punk rock and metal. It's been fucking great. Yeah,
boy.
Yeah, he tells me all the cool stories from being on tour with Miranda Lambert for the last little bit here.
Yeah.
It's badass. Yeah, he's fucking killing it.
That's great.
Yeah.
What is that you light your weed with?
Oh, it's a hemp wick.
Okay.
So keeps the butane from the lighters.
Sure.
Yeah, so you're not sucking in fucking butane.
What if you like the butane?
Well,
Why
you caught me off guard.
Why are you fronting butane? What are we doing? Are we doing Bible today? Or are we just bullshit today?
Yeah, Bible.
Yes,
we always do Bible.
Revelations 13, motherfucker.
Is that where we're at?
Yeah, apparently.
Holy shit! Hey, it's 11:11.
Oh, to you, O earth and sea.
That's what I'm fucking talking about, Reverend Redding. That's what I'm talking about. Put the fear of God in these motherfuckers. It's more of like an existential struggle between you and this mic stand. I'm gonna fix it somehow for you.
Right? Like, do you notice it all the time?
Oh, I have to edit it out all the time. Yeah.
Because it's loud and not killer. Do I just need to get a better one?
No, you just be you, dog. I love you. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. We're growing.
No. Maybe you know what I could do? Watch this. Hold on. Maybe I'll throw a little WD-40 in this shit. What's so fucking funny?
Because my grandpa used to spray. There's a story behind this. That's nothing with your logic is correct, but
your logic is sound.
Yeah, just good weed and this chicken. So my grandpa's just as immigrant as you get. Fucking handsome. He had a twin too. He looked like Clark Gable, and he had I think 12 kids or something like that. You know, like he was busy. And he used to spray WD-40 on everything because it's a miracle. Because he worked on fucking tractors and he was like a crane operator and like a construction dude. Right. So when you would fall down and scuff your knee, he would spray WD-40 on it.
It's probably better
like
than
any cut. Like if you got like a fucking bad cut, he's like, he's like, it's a miracle.
Do you remember Mercurochrome?
No.
So Mercurochrome was this topical medical solution, right? It was in a little jar with a little dropper, and it came out and it was red. It was called Mercurochrome because the main ingredient was, wait for it, mercury. That's what you put on my knee in the late 60s, early 70s. That's what you put on your cuts. When you skinned your knee, they'd put a little mercury on there. Fucking goes a long way.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude, what else are we going to find out in the future that we're totally fucked on? Is it like, it seems like it's going to be
plastics.
Everything.
Plastics. Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
We're fucked. You know what? So I don't know if I've told you this, but we got a second dog.
Other than the new baby?
No. Oh yeah. That one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You know he eats his poop.
Yeah. The whole intro of the last podcast is about that.
Is it?
Yeah. It's like, I don't know if I could respect you later on in life. You know.
Right. Well, it's sort of like that. Like we're basically eating our poop. We're this young civilization that is shitting where we eat. You know, it's that same thing. It's like,
dude, for real. The Bible says, as a dog returns to its own vomit, so does a man to his own sin. I don't know. I thought that would add to this conversation. That did not add to the. It really is, but Bible related. Can I tell you a cool story?
No, please don't.
Yeah, I can't. It's about our podcast.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'll keep the names out, but it's weird because like the clips, people have been finding the podcast more, right? And so someone from the church I grew up in started listening, and I've been talking with her, and she's like, "You good?"
Sorry.
Keeping that in. That's too fun. Okay.
Just for the record, you asked me to check in on Dove, and my thing was frozen, and I looked down at it right when you're telling the story, and Dove's feed pops up and starts going. I wasn't surfing while you were talking. But the look on my face when I looked up says otherwise, doesn't it? Okay, so this chick from your congregation.
Yeah, and she's so nice, like pretty close family friend, very sweet human, still believer. She was like pretty apprehensive when she found it, because she's like, "Oh no!"
I don't think so.
We had some dialogue back and forth, and she's like, she's halfway through them so far, like so she's like, "This is a very like at least it's very honest. Like I don't agree with all the views, but at least it's very honest, and I'm learning this about the blah blah blah." And then she started getting into these personal stories, and her and I used to lead worship. And she's like a really talented musician. And come to find out that one of the congregations that I used to go to, they wouldn't let her lead worship because she was a woman.
Huh.
And it like fucked her up. It's like, So I didn't know why I always had to be there. Me or like one of the other dudes had to be up there in the middle, like in the front. And
You didn't know that?
Nope.
She knew it at the time.
Yeah, it broke her heart, man.
Yeah.
It broke her fucking heart, It was
Well,
rough.
that's the deal. The biggest problem is that women, when they speak, their words aren't as important.
In the church specifically, too, right?
No. Just as a rule in life.
Yeah, in society, you mean?
It's just fucking. These people are like just morons. But we need to, and we've stopped saying that we're gonna start a church and that women are gonna run it, but we still mean it.
Yeah, no, it's gonna.
We want women to be the leaders in our society and every society, because otherwise, it's a stupid, moronic society.
We're all in this together. Why would we not listen to 50%?
Well,
population?
I think it's worse than that.
I
Like
agree.
if we were
I'm
all
just
in this
trying to-
together, then maybe we'd be okay, but we're not. And women are the only people who can consistently act like we're all together. Men are morons and, for the most part, like self-serving assholes.
Yeah, and I mean, I love them. I am one, but
You
like,
love
yes, you're
men?
right.
I don't love men.
Yeah, I fucking, dude, Oz, you, come on, I love my
Yeah,
buddies.
but we're not men. We're divine creatures. We're shepherds. There's a difference.
Oh man,
We're not sheep. I don't love men. I love men shepherds. I love you. I love Oz. I'm sure I'd love Oz. You bring Oz over here, I'll give him a kiss on the head. But it's like, it's fine. Later. Maybe after we're done. I don't know. Now it's awkward. But the men sheep, fuck those
Yeah,
fucking.
well,
men.
and in all honesty, too, I don't know. Never mind. I was about to go inspirational, but some facts need to stay dark and grim. So it's just true.
Power of the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, we don't listen to women, and it's rough, especially in the church, because in the Bible, women are allowed to speak in church. Like they have to have the head covered. They're not allowed to speak in public. They have to learn at home from their husband.
Were the mystics around before the Old Testament?
Let me look that up. I believe so, but
Because
I'll
guarantee
before
you,
the Old Testament, because that's in the New Testament. What I just quoted.
Yeah, I'll guarantee you that that I guarantee that one of the reasons the women aren't allowed to talk in the New Testament is because the old, like all of the original, all of this is based on a religion run by women, the mystics.
Mid-19th.
Don't you look at me like that.
I think mystics might. I think it's quite a bit. I don't know if it's Christian mysticism. God, we need like a fucking scholar on tap.
Yes.
5th century BCE. Yes, very much so. I guess then.
So mystics before Old Testament.
Actually, so that would put it about the same time as the Old Testament. Yeah. But again, that's only when they started getting written down, the Dead Sea Scrolls, all that kind of shit. Like, but you could maybe we could say right now, ignorantly, that they at least grew up together around each other. I mean,
yeah, mystics were first.
Yeah, I mean, I want to think so, but it's like the alien thing. I'm trying to be objective.
I don't think we need to. I think it's at this point. I think people have been objective in the other, with their thumb on the scale for so long.
Yep.
That we can put our thumb on the scale in favor of the mystics.
Well, in the later chapters of that immortality book, he points at the demonization of women because they used to be the head of the church.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So he's like, that's because women were the ones that could get you high enough to meet God.
Right.
And so men got jealous and kind of started calling them witches. Yep. They're not shamans anymore. They're not like, they don't have that power. They must sit at home and learn from you. Yeah. Maybe that's what's bringing about the apocalypse.
Yeah.
How's that mic? Is it okay?
I didn't say it.
No, it's just no, I'm making sure you're okay. I love you. We'll get you a new one.
Yeah. All right. Revelation 13.
Dude. Okay. I just got to open this. Yes, I'm ready.
And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority.
Dude.
Yeah. Dude is tripping balls. Dude's like, I thought I wasn't high, so I ate 2 more.
The classic. Something is afoot at the Circle K.
Right. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death. And his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. After they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven.
That's the fucking... This is the shit where they'd have like the PowerPoint, up on the projector.
Yeah.
And like with the little laser pen, be like, see here, so the Antichrist will be killed and then he'll miraculously rise from the dead. All right. And then everyone's going to start worshiping him. It's going to be like the Abomination of Desolations. All right. Okay. That's going to go on. But we're going to be okay. Okay. Because we're going to be up in heaven. So it's so fun to read this stoned right now.
Because you've had this read to you a million times?
Oh, dude, more than any book of the Bible, I think I've read this book.
No, but you're talking about like you've seen
in
people-
church. Yeah, it was once a year we would do like a week or a month on Revelations, the rapture, the end times, and this is all this, and it's like.
And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them, and power was
Are you
given.
on 14?
13:7.
Okay. Keep going. Sorry.
You on Instagram again?
No, my Wi-Fi.
It was a joke, isn't it? Because I was on Instagram, wasn't I? And it was given unto him to make war with the saints, and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Live by the sword, die by the sword, motherfucker. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, and he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwelleth therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him who hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is a human number, and his number is 603 Wow, just doesn't have the same ring when you put 3 in there, does it?
Nah. No, we're doing the King James.
Let him
No,
that
let's
hath
not.
understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603
Dude. Like, I mean, there's so much in there. Like, what if Elon Musk gets like shot and then 4 days or 3 days later, like, rises from the grave? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to riff on this because this idea of like this, so this Antichrist guy gets killed, but then he miraculously rises, and then another beast joins him that makes an image of him that starts like doing wonders, magic or something, so everyone starts worshiping it. They can't buy or sell without it. You know?
See, I just don't have it for you, brother. I'm sorry. It's like this isn't. We don't even know who wrote this. This is just fucking words. This is like somebody put this in here because their fucking son wrote this funny, stupid, fucking drugged out story, and can you just make sure that's in there? It's like we don't even know who it is. Some John guy. How many fucking Johns were there?
Who's probably
It's not John the Baptist. It's not John the apostle.
No.
It's just some dude. Just some dude.
Well,
and
yeah, we don't know.
This was just one of these, right? They were like, this was
It
a
could have been
style of
like-
writing.
Yes, yeah, no, there's a whole lot of apocalypses from the sun.
So it's like, this is not the
eyes are getting
apocalypse.
wonky.
It's an apocalypse.
Well, a bunch of
like-
people picked it over time to be the best of those.
Says
like-
who? Says, you know what? Don't. A bunch of people picked it. A
I'm
little
not
group
saying
of
they were
white
even
men.
good
A little
people.
group of white men
Christianity
picked it.
was mostly women in the earliest days.
Stop it.
Very
Just
much.
Stop it. You're embarrassing yourself.
I'm not. There's like Christian opponents that make fun of
but-
it, using say like it's only for women and babies and kids. Like,
Yeah,
so.
but this isn't the New Testament wasn't consolidated until long after Christ was dead.
I'm sure, but the people that followed him, the people that
We're not talking about those people.
they're the
We're
people
not
that
ta-
contributed to this text in front of us.
No, they're not. No, they're
100%
not.
they're
None
not.
of the people who followed him wrote, read, or ever had any part of this document.
I'm not. See, I agree with you what you're saying with the errors and what we can know about it. You're 100% right, and I'm not trying to play contrarian that way. But what we're saying here is like those people were the ones that told everyone, and the only way we even get this document, and you're going to agree with me because I'm not saying anything against facts. Like you agree with you believe in all this shit. I think.
What are you
we
talking
get this
about?
document by these earliest Christians, including the people talked about in this book.
No.
Not they told people about Christ. They
It's
were
a- it's a-
evangelistic. They
at
went around
best-
talking about Jesus.
At best, it's a game of telephone over 300 years.
Yes.
Okay,
Preach it. Keep going.
I'm just saying that, like,
yeah,
at best,
yeah, no,
that's
that
the
is.
best case. The best case
That is.
scenario, these are like boiled, in deflated, inflated, conflated stories from 300 years of verbal blah blah blah. At worst, though, they are manufactured, manipulated, and like this isn't.
Well, but
there's not one skosh of fact. This is a story. And this very specifically, like maybe some of the Gospels, maybe some of the the writings in the Bible are, but this is not a story. This is not like a reenactment. This is not like these things. This is like
saying so much
maybe
cool
some
shit.
guy had this vision. What?
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't want to interrupt you. I was just like trying to keep it focused. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. So it's like
But-
when you're like it's like a movie I'm not into. Like it's what
Right,
it's like
but
what's the difference between this and L. Ron Hubbard?
Well, this one is attached to one of the oldest traditions, monotheistic traditions that we have, Judaism. It's built on the piggyback of that. So what I'm just here, and here's the other thing: the surplus of writings we have regarding the New Testament, is fucking crazy. Okay, so we have more copies of the New Testament than any other book from antiquity by a lot. There's about
Yeah, but not an original one.
Nope. It
Not
just means
one.
it was really important. It means that this worked, and to these people, obviously, if they're fucking writing it down, and it's for instance, Christianity didn't really explode after Christ, like a lot of people want to pretend, because like there's a story in the Bible where like 3,000 people come to Christ. It's like right after he dies, and the apostles are preaching, but that's most likely fabricated, because it was like I think it took a while to even get to 4,000. I think it was around the time of Paul. 50, so 20 years after Jesus died. I'm not sure exactly on that, but we know these people. We know these people because it's telephone. These people that have witnessed this man told stories about him, and then people after them told stories about him, and these people based their life off these stories. They acted out what they believed from these stories. Eventually, they start getting written down. Eventually, there's so many different stories of Jesus that we have to consolidate, because which ones are even real? Because there's so many. Right?
This isn't a story about Jesus.
No, this is a story about Christians. This is a dude, in my opinion, that is watching. He has to decide to follow this guy he believes in, that he thinks is God incarnate now at this point.
Who is this?
Whoever wrote this. We don't fucking know.
Who wrote it?
We don't. His name's John. We don't know. There's not facts like this from back then. It's just too far. We have a lot of information we could put together. That's why you and me are playing Nancy fucking Drew right now, right? So it's like, everything you're saying is right, but I'm also trying to give it what it is, because even though we can say this, yes, there's lots of translations, there's lots of errors. There's people that fucking lived really devoted lives to helping poor people that helped us get this book. There's people throughout the ages that it's not all bad. like the people that used this book and believed in it and brought it down to us.
It's mostly
just,
bad. It's a majority. It's like 90% bad.
Okay, it might be.
Look. Maybe not. Okay, look. You might be talking about content.
Yeah.
I'm talking about use. Okay, the use of
There
this
we
book
go.
is
Okay.
100% bad.
I'm liking what. Okay, now
The
I'm on the same
the
page.
people who constructed it and use it are 100% bad.
Dude, it's really hard for me right now to disagree with you. And like the best Christians I meet are all the atheists. Like every atheist I meet is like the best. They usually act out.
I'm not saying that Christians are bad. I'm saying the people who run Christians, the people who insist that organized, you must bow down before me in my robe to get to the divine. Those people, the people who put together this book and insist on that, those people are bad. It's good and bad. You get one or the other. You're either good or you're bad. And doing things under false pretenses, doing things that manipulate people, that put, doing things that take people's divinity away from them.
Fuck, right?
That is bad.
Very.
That's in the bad column.
Yes. Yeah.
And so that's all I'm saying is like this shit.
No, that's why we do this.
Yeah. I'm not like nearly as this doesn't bother me nearly as much as the first
Matthew.
The Matthew did,
Yeah,
but this is like, honestly, dude, this is L. Ron Hubbard to me. It's like, I get it. And maybe like you're saying, this person is trying to, hide fighting Rome in between this, this style of writing. Great. Mm-hmm. But, it doesn't like.
But that's the clue right there. The 666. That's the number one giveaway.
Was that Rome's address?
Caesar Nero, he's the one that like blamed the fire on the Christians and stuff. Yeah, he's persecuting the fuck out of Christians, so it was popular to do. So, these manuscripts that are written to Jewish people to encourage them, these Jews that have now moved into Christianity, 666 in the Jewish language spells Caesar Nero. So it's like an encoded message to them, like what's going on, because you can't fucking rail against the emperor in some writing. They'll fucking light you on fire at night
and not in the good way.
No. So it's like it's right there, and like it's by almost every scholar universally agreed, like conservative, fucking liberal, orthodox, whatever they are, like, Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's move on.
You want to stop reading to like talk shit, or do you want to stop reading to be interested or whatever?
Yeah, it's almost never interested.
It's like,
the most interesting part is the part where they quoted the Iron Maiden song. I think that Iron Maiden should be getting points on this because, you can't just lift a whole stanza like that and not give credit. And also, I think that the reboot they did here is not nearly as cool as the original. I think the original, like the voice they use, super cool, and they say 666.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just think they could have done a better job of redoing it in the Bible.
Yeah.
Okay, Revelations 14. The church triumphant.
Hell yeah.
And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Sion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. I was like she sells seashells in the seashore? And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. Huh. Is that you? Is that you? Oh, nice to meet you, Leif.
It's heavily. These scriptures had an effect on me growing up. Yeah.
These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto God and unto the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they were without fault before the throne of God. We should call this "Let's Get High and Read the Guile."
It's definitely going to be the name of this episode.
Right? Yeah. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people, saying with a loud voice, Fear God, and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come. And worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of waters. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
That's pretty badass.
And the wine of the wrath of her fornication. So it's the wrath of the. What is the wrath of her fornication?
I'm assuming it's like, again, pulling imagery back to Rome, because there's a lot of shit with Dionysus, like the god of wine. There's a lot of wine rituals with them. It's a part of their culture.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, literally what would that, like, the wrath of her fornication is what, like the wrath of her fornication, would that be like the? I think it's like our people, the wrath, like our offspring, the wrath of her fornication.
I wish it. To me, I can't find a way to make it that cool. That's way cooler. And maybe if I study, I could find some other books, maybe. But like, I feel like it's just talking about they're not going to be on God's side when he comes back and he judges them all for worshiping Caesar or any other god.
Right, but why has Babylon fallen?
Because they conquered the Jews. Because that great Roman Jewish War in 67.
No, I'm just asking, like, just for chapter 8.
Yeah, okay. I think it's the same answer, though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I mean, it's imagery, so we can take it any way we want, fucking, right? And it's like, I mean, that's
just a cool way of saying.
Yeah.
I just want to know what the, like, imagery is fine, but the words say something, right? I mean, like, that's a sentence that means it, like, dude, what is that?
I fucking get the wonky eyes because I'm super stoned, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's better? You know what's better? What's worse than wonky eyes?
What?
Holding them open like you're at your Clockwork Orange.
Is it? I'm not holding them up. I'm trying to open them up because there's so many.
Do this angle. You just like do this periodically. It's like, dude, it's called Let's Get High and Read the Bible. Stop opening your fucking eyes.
The fucking tie-dye is perfect for this episode.
Yeah, right. No, but like, so like, this is my thing, you know, it's like, figurative speech and, you know, and imagery and all that, but what is it saying? What you have to figure out what it says before you can figure out what the image is about, right?
So let's go back to the chapter right before this. This beast gets killed. He raises from the dead. Everyone starts worshiping. If they don't take the mark, they can't buy, sell, or trade. So for these people in here, what's being said, times are really fucking hard. Can you imagine, like, if believing in Christ got you kicked off of every screen and device you have, and you can't buy, it got you locked out of your bank account. If you're living in this kind of place, you know, you're probably like, it's like you're running from hiding spot to hiding spot, right? Like it's tribulation, right? And now here, anyone who was good enough during these times to keep the faith and persevere are not going to be on the bad side of God, are not going to have to drink this wrath wine, this wine of wrath that he's going to pour out on this city of wine and this idolatrous nation that conquered his people because he promised to Abraham that he would.
Huh.
Right? But it's all imagery because he can't say that during the time. So he can't just go like, fucking Caesar Nero's a fuck. Fucking anyone who worshipped him is going to get ripped to shreds by God in the afterworld. And like, this is all the beginning of this. For these people, like all the next chapters, it's still the same thing. It's fucking, there's beasts, there's fucking, it's the end times, brother. The end.
Yeah, but I'm...
It's kind of fuckery.
No, I got you.
Yeah, it's like, I can't give you, there's not a straight answer.
No, I just really like that sentence in particular is resonates. I like
one?
What's that?
Which one?
Well, just the end of because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Yeah.
That's a badass sentence.
Dude, yeah, right.
But like, and I guess it's probably like you're saying is just it's just imagery, but the message is something. You know what I mean? Like it isn't. I don't know. It's a good sentence.
It's a good sentence.
I'm on team wrath. I'm on team wine of the wrath of
Wine
the fornication.
Of the wrath. Yeah.
I want to drink maybe that's our T-shirt.
I was just
drink the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
That's a hoodie, dog.
For sale.
Yeah, we need one
case.
Let's get high and read the Bible.com.
Yeah.
Folks.
Wine
like
of
6
the
months.
wrath. Dude. Okay. This is the deal.
Okay. Hit me.
We're going to eventually make our own wine.
Oh my God.
And it's going to be the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Oh my God.
I would drop my mic, but it's attached to this stupid stand. So yeah,
that's some continuity, folks. Did you
right?
hear that shit?
Yeah, bring it all around.
Oh
right?
Jesus, that's so good.
All right, that's what the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Yeah, that's our fucking wine.
That's our fucking label.
What are you thinking? Cab? They're pretty easy to make.
Yeah, Cab Merlot.
Yeah, Cab Merlot. Okay.
Maybe I wonder if Trey Bush. Do you listen to this thing, Trey? Are you listening? Could you make us a short run of a wine of the wrath of her fornication?
That'd be great.
Yeah, or my buddy Mike. He doesn't listen. Whatever. Okay. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, "If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of the torment ascendeth up forever and ever.
Tormented.
And they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints, and are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Write, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them.
That's people dying because they're Christians. Possibly the most unpopular time in history to be a Christian back then.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's 2020.
No, man, they fucking own everything. What are you talking about? Yeah, they own all the politicians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because they don't fucking pay any taxes.
Interesting, Reverend Redding. Yeah. What a point you bring up.
We really got to get our church off the ground. Get some of that tax-free fucking cheddar.
Spend it all on psychedelics for people who had a free ritual.
Yes. Well, not all of it. Not all of it.
Not all of it. No.
We need to carve out a little money for the helicopter.
Right. Yeah.
And then
Some
the tour
jet
buses.
skis,
The tour
obviously.
buses. Tour buses.
Eventually a plane because we're bigger.
Oh,
different
right.
parts of
You
Europe
know what?
than we are
Let's
here.
just skip the helicopter.
Just go
Let's
straight
just
for
get
the
a plane.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
What if we can get a teleporter?
That's cool.
We need some people from DARPA.
Yeah.
We know you're listening.
It's true. You fucks. Works to follow them. And I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, Thus in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. And he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. Is this thing that the guy with the death is like the Son of Man?
Oh man, I was so hoping you wouldn't bring that up, but yeah, it's really rough. The Son of Man is a whole different thing, and it's ridiculous. I feel like I've literally read 3 books on it the last 2 weeks, so I think I should talk about it.
I think the word you mean is figuratively.
It's crazy, and it's an adaptation of what I'm maybe finding out is that in the earliest forms of Christianity, Jesus wasn't actually God.
Right, he wasn't a deity, motherfuckers.
No,
he wasn't divine.
He was. I would go to explore. I feel like for our friendship, I should go down this rabbit hole.
Why?
Because it's like I'm so happy stoned right now, and I've just been reading books about it. I'll just word vomit forever, but I don't know enough. But we'll probably end up doing a couple episodes on just that phrase, the Son of Man, because it's crazy. But obviously, here's the goddamn crescendo, because this Son of Man comes back to judge the whole world. He seems to be commanding the Grim Reaper, if you will. That's how I always took it.
This is the Grim Reaper.
Huh. That's
not the Son of Man.
There's it seems to be the God and the Son of Man, or
And I looked and behold on the cloud, a dude sitting on a cloud,
fucking
sat like unto the Son of Man.
Yeah.
Having a golden crown and a sickle.
I think and the angel came out of the temple of
No.
Say it.
No.
Oh, that's another angel.
No.
Sorry. Yeah, let me go back up.
And upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown and in his hand a sharp sickle.
Yeah, what verse is that? Because I was on 17.
14.
Yeah, see, sorry, I was reading the wrong verse.
God damn it.
I looked, and behold.
And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud.
Yeah.
Thus thrust in thy sickle and reap. Thrust in thy sickle and reap. So the angel's coming out of the temple, telling the
Jesus
Son of Man
in a cloud. Yeah.
Well, the
imagery almost just totally ascribed to Jesus throughout the Bible.
But also, the only person who has a sickle is the reaper.
Well, the angel has one coming up too, so he must have got tired. So he must hand the duty off to someone else on 17 because there's another angel shows up with a sickle.
And another angel came out of the temple which is in heaven. He also had a sharp sickle.
So Jesus was doing some work, but it was leg day the day before, so he had the cloud doesn't do everything. So
it brings to mind the other thing about when it's what is that about a gold rush? It's like when there's an apocalypse, it's a good time to be in this sickle making business.
Maybe that's just an entrepreneur. Maybe that's American right there.
There's a guy in the back of the temple going, "I got sickles." That's funny. And another angel came out of the temple, which. Oh wait. So they're talking about this temple that the first angel came out of to tell the Reaper Jesus. Oh, and that's the other trademark, Reaper Jesus.
Reaper Jesus?
Reaper Jesus.
What about Reefer Jesus?
How about Reaper Jesus?
Actually, I'm liking all of it, so yeah. I'm going to subscribe.
Reaper Jesus. It's like Roseanne Rosanna Dana.
But you're saying this temple, this angels, these...
It's in heaven. This sounded like it was the temple that they built that God made him, stress out over the fucking cubits and the 16 cubits and the... But this is saying another angel came out of the temple, which is in heaven.
Yeah, we're getting a peek into God's throne room.
No, we're not.
That's
no,
where. That's the clouds. That's the angels. They're bringing people before him to be tortured at the front of this. Keep going. Just keep reading. Just to the end of this, and then let's shit it.
All right. Okay, another temple, another heaven, another sickle. And another angel came out from the altar, which had the power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, "Ow, you poked me! Thrust in thy sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe." And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great wine press. Wow, they're really on this wine thing. Wine press of the wrath of God. And the wine press was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the wine press, even unto the horses' bridles, and the space of 1,600 furlongs. What?
Dude.
So wait, they this is like, that's hilarious. It's like, oh man, but like this, it's like they take the wine image all the way. Now they've got grapes, human grapes, in a human wine press, and then blood came out all the way up to the chest of the horses. Like, man, you know what? I don't live in a dirt hovel with no running water or electricity, and I can read.
Yeah,
this doesn't scare me. This doesn't scare me. This doesn't fucking scare me. I'm sorry. I bet it was fucking terrifying. I'll bet it was terrifying. You spend all this time learning to read, and then all of a sudden it's this. Dude, yeah. Yeah, like a little 6-year-old who just learned to read. It's like all stoked that she or he can read, and Jesus.
Yeah, that's it, dude. It's pretty effective too.
It kind of, again, they're kind of stealing from that whole Pink Floyd thing where they march the kids into the meat press and make hamburger out of them. It's like they're stealing from all these classic rock albums, and they're not giving any. It's like I can't believe ASCAP and BMI aren't all over these people.
Yeah, what's the royalty situation with
Dude,
this?
I mean, how many books of this are in print? That's a lot of fucking royalties. I don't know. Just saying. I think that's all we got of this today, buddy.
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just, I'm so sorry that I'm so unimpressed with Revelations.
No, it's okay. It's fun. It's fun for me, at least. Because,
yeah.
In all honesty, even when I read it now, I'm still like, I get, remember we started reading the book, it was the lightning storm, That was fucking,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, remember I was, stuck at my buddy's place because there's,
right.
on top of my car.
Yeah.
It literally hit the transformer at his house.
Yeah.
Where I was. Yeah, but, in the imagery as a young, as what you basically just described, because I did have dirt floors at one point, but and I did just.
I wasn't trying to describe your upbringing.
No, we were talking about people back then. Yeah. But it's hilarious that I taught myself to reading the Bible, and then by the time I'm good enough, I finally do read Revelation because I knew what was in it.
Well, you'd heard it. Scared. You'd already heard it, probably,
on
right?
tape. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but fucking so reading this and digesting it as a teenager who absolutely believes in this shit. It's right. I would lose sleep over this shit. I would be freaked.
It's such a bummer.
A bummer. And then, I would take notes. Sometimes even if I could, I would record the sermons back then, back in the old days, with a tape cassette handholder thing, and then take notes on them later if I could,
Yeah.
And it's because you don't want to be on the wrong side if you believe in this shit, you're like, holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure. Okay, so like he sees every fucking thought and he sees every action and motive and
Where does it say that?
different parts.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I
But
don't.
like
I don't-
we're not going. We can a couple chapters every
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good for
Yeah,
us.
yeah. It's good, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No
It's
blood, no foul.
taxing. It's taxing. Like
It's
decision.
emotionally draining. Yeah. It's to channel and to convey the the word of the Lord.
A prophet is not recognized in his
Il
hometown.
Duce.
Yeah. Look, say goodbye to these people.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, bye, people.
Bye, people.